Clara Morel had a smile that fooled everyone. It was warm, bright, and convincing. So convincing that people never noticed the fear growing behind her eyes. She worked long, lonely shifts at a quiet diner, returned to an empty apartment every night, and lived a life so ordinary no one thought danger could ever find her. But 4 weeks before she vanished, Clara's world began to warp. It started with a note slipped under her door. 3 words, written in jagged handwriting. "Stop digging." Clara stared at it, confused. She wasn't digging into anything. She wasn't investigating anyone or involved in any drama. Her life was painfully simple. But that note, it felt like a warning. Or a threat. Then the phone calls began. No voice. No words. Just breathing. Slow, heavy, patient breathing. The kind that felt aware. She changed her number. The calls continued. She replaced her locks. Yet the doorknob still rattled at 3 a.m. She told her friends, but they dismissed her fears the same way people dismiss a child scared of the dark. "You're tired, Clara. It's just stress. You're imagining things." But Clara wasn't imagining the footsteps outside her door, or the feeling of being watched, or the sense that something was following her home every night. Then came the dreams, violent, suffocating dreams where she woke unable to breathe, pinned by invisible hands. And every morning, she found bruises on her wrists, finger-shaped, fresh. Still, no one believed her. On the night she disappeared, she sent one last message to her best friend. Just one sentence. "If anything happens to me, it's because of room 39. Her friends had no idea what that meant. No one did. But when police traced Clara's phone hours later, it led them to an abandoned apartment building she had never visited before. Dust coated every inch of the hallway except for one clear trail, leading to a door hanging partially open. Room 39. Inside, the air was cold. Too cold. The window was cracked as if someone had left in a hurry. The room was empty, except for a single phone lying on the floor. Clara's phone, still recording. But Clara herself was nowhere. When investigators played the recording, they heard Clara's trembling voice. "Why did you bring me here?" she whispered. There was no answer. Only the groan of old wood. A creak. A shift. Like something moving just out of sight. "Please," she said through broken breaths. "Please don't do this." Footsteps followed. Slow. Deliberate. Too heavy to be human. Clara backed away. Her breathing quickened into frantic gasps. "You said you'd stop," she cried. "Why won't you stop?" Then came a sound no one could explain. A dragging noise, deep and rough, like something enormous being pulled across the floor. Clara screamed. The phone hit the ground. The camera tilted, showing only the ceiling. For a moment, everything was still, and then a shadow crossed the frame. It wasn't the shape of a person or an animal. It moved wrong, like darkness bending and folding in ways it shouldn't. Clara screamed again, but the sound cut off suddenly, so abruptly it was as though the air had been ripped from her lungs. Then silence, and the recording ended. The police found no fingerprints, no signs of forced entry, no struggle. Nothing. Clara wasn't in the room, the building, or anywhere nearby. It was as if she'd evaporated from the world. Room 39 was sealed, but officers later reported strange noises from behind the door, soft knocks, quiet whispers, and once, a faint cry that made one officer swear he heard Clara calling for help. People still ask what Clara was digging into, what truth she stumbled upon, what followed her, what dragged her into room 39. But no one knows. Maybe Clara never dug into anything. Maybe "stop digging" wasn't a warning about her actions at all, but about the truth she was getting too close to. A truth no one else could see. A truth that watched her every night until it finally stepped into her world. Whatever took Clara wasn't human, and it didn't leave a trace. Only her phone recording, her final screams, and the shadow that crossed the ceiling. Some stories end with answers. Clara's ended with a door that should never have been opened, and a darkness that should never have been found.